Alright, I'm back. I'm really looking forward to digging into Xenosaga again. Like, the more and more that I listen to the music, I want to get back to it. But, we still gotta finish this, which is why I keep rushing through it. Well, I don't even know that I'm rushing through it at this point. I'm just kind of taking my time and enjoying it. That needs to move. Well, Mr. C, there's a good precedent for that. So like we don't really try to be fun, but because our focus is on enjoying the games themselves and enjoying answering questions about obscure games like this one. Like it's because we're not trying to have fun that we have fun. Does that make sense? Alright, I know I'm supposed to be looking for Gaspar, so that he can remove the limiters on my characters. And you are not him. What's the deal with this game? So... What's the best way I can answer that? So, you know I don't know how familiar you might be with JRPGs, but there's kind of a recurring joke of how, like, you start the game with nothing, you know, small village, etc., and then by the end of the game you're in a fist fight with God. That's kind of what this game is. Oh, that also works, Mr. C. This is just to say that it's effing excellent. This is also, if you are at all familiar with the Xenoblade series, which has, you know, it's had more recent releases. This is the origin of that entire universe. Granted, it's a totally different planet, and totally different characters, but they reuse so much of the imagery and the set pieces just throughout. Only been catching bits and pieces here and there. I'm okay though, right? It's not that plot heavy. Yeah, this game is considered a visual novel. Like, I don't know of another RPG with this many mechanics that is also considered a visual novel because of how deep the story goes. I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. Maybe I just need to leave. This is a machine created to put brutal criminals and dangerous monsters to sleep. It isn't expected to be used again, but it is ready any time just in case. Anyone who has no business here should leave. Get out right now. Alright, I will. Jeez. By the time you finish this game, you won't have realized that you just read an entire book. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Oh, this is a dead end. I replay through this game. I mean, for many years, had never finished it. And it's because I would get distracted or something would pull me away, and then when I started streaming, it's like, I really want to finish this game. Because I had a good friend who I'd seen finish it multiple times. But I needed to do it for myself, if that makes sense. But so like, once or twice a year, I would start this game and I'd get pretty far into it, like around this point, and then I would just forget what I was doing and wander away, and then I'd just restart it the next time because I don't know what was wrong with me. But it was when I finally streamed this for the first time, and having to tinker with an emulator and getting it wrong over and over again, and all the crashes. And, you know, we're in a better place now. Let's just put it that way. But there's so much to this game in terms of like how well the music ties into what's going on, and because, you know, I admit it, I'm a Yasunori Mitsuda fanboy. He does just amazing things with orchestral work. Alright, Bart, what's up? I can go anytime. Okay. We are currently anchored at Shavat. Time to leave. Our Yggdrasil was reborn with Shavat technology. This vessel will be named the Third. The operations are a bit different from the previous Yggdrasil, so you'll have to learn the workings all over again. I'm glad he was talking to the guy next to him and not me. How do I go? What is the go button? That's alright. That's how I land. Mr. C, how do I go? Never mind, I figured it out. It's the question now. Oh right, Nissan. That's what we were trying to do. These types of games are really good for contemplative play. Traditional turn-based combat, so no rushed movements, like the definition of chill. Correct. Oh wait, there's a cave here. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. I don't know that I want to bring Sebs in though. I don't know. Then again, she's kind of a tank. I think I need seal armor. I could be wrong though. And other characters are wearing that, of course. So how to go very carefully, as my calculus teacher would say. I didn't enjoy my time with him. I wonder why. Oh shoot. I mean, worst case, I could bring Ellie back out. And we could just blast things. But I gotta go talk to Marguerite in order to change my party. Well, Satan or Billy. I feel like we might want to bring Billy, but... why not? We'll go ether heavy. Defense value +5. I don't know that that does anything for him. Although the wizardry ring is super useful. I did not even check to see if... Okay. It's probably not going to tell me how much AP my characters have outside of combat. But we are in the realm of learning new stuff. So that's good. You know what, before we jump in there, just to make sure. Alright, he has seal armor. And you know what, screw it. We'll change out the gold plate for an HP 30. Worst case. Okay, I was like, I know I bought a bunch of these. You know, I just did a little nutrition calculation, and if you have a hard time gaining weight and building muscle, you should eat a lot of steak. That, my friend, sounds like music to my ears. And pump weights. All right, you lost me. Oh, there's nothing in here. What am I doing with my life? Alright, sorry guys, at some point I lost the plot. Which is bad because I was just playing this yesterday. So did Square? Aw, that ain't right. I feel like I should have brought Bart instead, but... Oh yeah, right. Nissan's been occupied by the Ave military. It ain't right that I can hear Maroon 5 being played in the park across from my apartment building. The city's awfully quiet for some reason. What's more, I can't see any civilians. I've heard of a hidden shelter, but I wonder if it was safe in there. Yeah, I think I heard Bart say something about that. So you think the townsfolk went there? How was it on your side? The side roads are also similarly quiet. I see. So what now? Just from what little I've seen, I can't tell what their next move might be. But we can't just leave, considering the residents were placed in danger because of our treasure. Okay, agreed. But by the way, is Margie doing alright? Well, about that. The young master is quite concerned that Marguerite has tagged along. I'm sure she was in no state to be able to just sit still. Yes, but you know him. Well, I should get going. We'll coordinate our moves according to yours and try to break through the rear path. I hope it works out. Yeah. But now that we have heard and seen so many things up until now, we should realize that Shah Khan's existence is no longer just Bart's problem. If we do not stop Shah Khan and his men here, The next time it may be us who face a similar crisis. Let us brace ourselves and go help our friends out. Okay then, let's go. Ah, grenade! That did nothing. Oh, are we just clearing out the town? Is that what's happening here? Back in Nissan, the point that I many times dropped this game. What, this one here? Thanks for the info. Sorry, I got puppy attacked again. Yeah, that's alright. This one and the first time. Really? What is it about Nissan that just makes you drop this game? I mean, I get the first time, because first time's a little bit dull, but you know, this time, exciting things are happening. And by exciting things, I mean just combat, but... Oh, I do have 7. Why am I not Deathblow training? Oh, what's up, Jangle? How you doing today? What about Final Fantasy 3? Make sure you grab the ninja class so you can get the shuriken in Geisel Town. Sure. Alright. Yeah, you keep memeing it up, Jangle. In another universe, this would have been our Final Fantasy VII. That's what you do. That's fair. What the? Aren't you dead? Shouldn't... Oh, I guess, well... Alright, I glitched out the game. That's fine. The game doesn't know what to do. You know, I have to say it's very tempting for me to just stop using Siten altogether. At least until he picks up his sword. Because it will... He kind of breaks the game. Alright, who am I supposed to fight now? I thought all these guys were basically dead. Oh, empty room. This better not respawn the guards. Well, that's how you leave town. Ah, there we go. They resume chasing. Although on the other hand... Oh, there we go. Good. Looks like we cleaned up all the soldiers who were in the town. With the help of Faye and his colleagues, Nissan was freed from Shakan's army. However, the Fatima Jasper and the legendary treasures of the Avea royal family were still in danger. And now he's going to play his last card, and Shakan's true intentions will be brought to light. Oh wait. Mr. C, I remember now. I remember. We're getting real close to disc 2. Yup. There are no signs of the residents. Not yet. Or yet, excuse me. Apparently I can't read today. You okay? Sister, are you wounded? I'm fine. Marguerite and Bartholomew, I'm sorry. I took some troops and searched the area, but I couldn't find anyone. Really? Earlier, after everyone came out, over half of the residents have fled from Nissan. After that, Shah Khan's position in the country was compromised, so he didn't care about reputations anymore and attacked this land. I see. A last desperate plan to reverse the situation. Sister, I assume the people remaining in the town are... Yes, hiding in the mausoleum. Mausoleum? Hiding in a grave? The great mothers and kings of Ave of old are revered there. It's not just some regular grave or anything. Bartholomew, about that. Shah Khan and the Fatima Jasper. He's after the Fatima treasure. Treasure? If he wants the treasure, that is... What is he doing attacking here? Huh? Ah. Actually, the Fatima treasure is in the mausoleum. There was even Father's will there, but I didn't tell anyone. Treasure? You mean that thing in the picture scrolls you showed me earlier in your base? Like, I don't know, 30 hours ago? Yeah. If you follow that legend, you're supposed to get your hands on some great power. We must stop them somehow. There's no problem. The Jasper is... They plan to use the former mother's retinas. What? What? Remove the deceased mother's retina and break the seal. Gross. Use the body of Margie's mother? I'm sorry, they used innocent citizens and sect followers as a shield. There was no other way. The truth we heard previously from Margie about the Jasper's true form and how it's used, they know now. I'm truly sorry. Well, I don't blame you. They had hostages. Wait a moment. Retinas, what are you speaking of? The Fatima Jasper is the topaz blue pupils of the Fatima dynasty. In other words, a retinal pattern. The doors to the treasure are opened by that, or so it is said. However, no one has ever used it. It's not to be used for minor conflicts. The doors are to be opened only when the kingdom is truly in danger. So neither I, nor my father, nor grandfather, nor my great-grandfather have ever used it. So that is the true form of the Jasper. Damn! That old coot, he wants to profane a holy person's corpse? That's unthinkable. It is a closely guarded secret, but the Ethos people are not holy men. They simply supervise. Yes, of course they wouldn't feel anything. Let's go, Bart, before the mausoleum is trashed. You always forget where this building is, and there are times you're supposed to come back to it, and you get so annoyed. Alright. Young master, I have a proposal. What is it, Sig? Currently, Ave is in confusion with Shah Khan running amok. It should be very easy to bring down the center with no Gebler units around. It'll be the best time to make our return to the capital. That is a good idea. Shah Khan is most likely thinking of the Fatima Jasper as his last card. While we prevent the young one from handing over the treasure to Shah Khan, a separate force will take back the capital. Then he will have nowhere else to go. I got it. Sounds good. We could pay everything back in one shot. Let's split up. I'll go to the mausoleum. I'll take Faye and... Oh, now I get options. Yeah, we'll take Ellie. Let's blow stuff up. Fine, I'll go. Alright, that decides it. Everyone else cooperate with Sig. Hold on, I'm going too. Huh? You don't have to. Oh yeah. Sorry, Margie. Come along with us. Alright, I'm counting on all of you. He's a dead man the next time I see him. Yeah, but you were in chat yesterday, Mr. C. That name really paid dividends. Well, let's get going. Where's this mausoleum? There's an entrance at the rear of the cathedral. So first of all, we have to get on the road that runs around this town and go in through the back way. Do we have to walk that far? The distance to the mausoleum isn't that much. But I don't know how much more there is to go from there. You haven't been inside there yourself, Bart? Yeah, this is my first time to go beyond the mausoleum too. Well, the place is all sealed up. Even I haven't been far inside of it. So neither Margie nor I know much about it. Sig and them have already taken off, so we won't be able to return to the ship for a while. For now, we're just gonna have to work this out on our own. Alright then, I'm going to go ahead and wait for you at the entrance. We'll come once we finish our preparations. So could you wait for us at the entrance until then? Okay. Alright, let's get prepped. But by the looks of it, I don't think we'll be able to find the tool lady. Why don't we just leave the necessary money behind then? Sure, it might not be good manners, but I'm sure they will forgive me. Tool lady? This has got to be it, right? Oh well, there's nobody around. I guess let's just leave the money here. Or wait, can I still buy accessories here? I could get him a silver blood, that wouldn't be bad. Oh, and Bart needs equipment. That's kind of important. Oh no, like the entire inventory changed. So yeah, if you didn't get the Ether Doubler prior to climbing Babel Tower, you don't. Ether Defense down versus Whiplasher. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Okay, it has been some time since I actually used Bart on foot. Or mail. That's what I'm looking for. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Did I not buy it? Or can he not wear it? I could have sworn I just... There it is, never mind. It was at the very bottom. Derp. I don't really know what to give him as far as the extra... maybe not. Oh, I have a wizardry ring. Why don't I give that to her? So she'll learn faster. As she goes back into gear, I'll put the Ether Doubler back. Alright, where's this tool lady? Yeah, how do you like Nissan now? I still like it. It's not that big, man. What are you whining about? I don't know what I'm looking for. Well, wait, why did we need the tool lady? I thought we just had to go to the mausoleum. Go into the painting. This is Mario 64. Woohoo! Yeah, what if I just did go to the painting? What then? Alright, I gotta go out one of the side entrances. Thanks for waiting. Alright, let's go in. Yeah, what was I even looking for, Mr. C? I didn't know there was a hidden path behind the cathedral. Yeah, it's usually closed off. So the mausoleum's in there? Oh yeah. If the city's ever in danger, the people are supposed to take refuge in here. These are some awesome stairs. You were looking for inspiration, and you know what? I think we found it. Fair. Hold on. How far does this go? Hang in there. It's just a bit more. I mean, this beats the, climbing the stairs in the Shinra building. Because it's all one direction. We're here. So, what's gonna happen? Hey now, don't rush me. You haven't forgotten what we needed to do? Hey, lay off and shut up. It's been a while, so don't blame me. Crap, I really forgot. You want me to open it? No, I'm gonna remember. I know where it is. There's something that resembles a panel. Oh yeah, this is it. Is everything gonna be okay? I'm beginning to have my doubts. Oh good. They've gotten this far. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Okay, these guys hurt. I regret not bringing, you know, one of the healing characters, like Billy, for example. But maybe Faye will be awesome enough for everyone else. Seala doesn't actually do that much to me. Oh, I forgot he hasn't technically learned his last death blow yet. Let's give him some elbow. Justice! Excellent. Laddie? It's Bartholomew. Margarita's with him too. Hey everyone, it's okay. I remember the first time playing this game being absolutely in love with the pixels, and I still am. This game has such a strong look. Yes, it does. I completely agree. The casket? Is Margie's mother safe? It's fine. She hasn't been touched. Oh, good. Don't screw with the dead. Whew, okay. What a relief. Is everyone okay? Yes, somehow. Shakan, where did he go? Oh yes, Shakan? No, I haven't seen him. The only people that came here were those soldiers that threatened me to stay quiet. I'm sorry, laddie. If only I'd been braver. Suddenly he's, like, Scottish. He isn't here yet. That's odd. The ground. What's happening to the town now? I took care of upstairs. It's okay to go back. Is that true? Bartholomew, you're indeed powerful. I've seen you come and go from time to time, and I didn't think much of it. Exactly who are you? Everyone, I need your attention. My friends are currently headed for Bledavik. They're on a mission to take down Shakan from his seat of power. There is a need to rebuild this country from scratch again. I've inherited that task from our late king. If all goes well, we'll soon be able to make it a reality. Please believe me and wait for me. You're going to defeat Shakan? The late king? My favorite pixely game when I was a kid, Roland on the Ropes. You're right, I have never heard of that. Then you're... The town's okay now. Let's go back up. Collect all your belongings. Laddie, be careful out there. I know you'll make it okay. And when you do, you have to promise that you'll come out and announce who you are. I want to see you stand on the terrace of Fatima Castle, for Castle Fatima, proudly. You gotta win, lad. You've got my support. That reminds you of Commander Keen. Interesting. I don't know what happened or what made me say the things I did. That wasn't like me to say that stuff. You could have just told them that you were the prince. No, I can't do that yet. I need to fulfill my father's last request. I can't go past here, can I? Invisible walls. Alright, I'll go into the giant, scary-looking building. Well, unless you had an Amstrad CPC 464, but boy, I spent hours on it. My entire family tried to complete it, but only I succeeded. I say the oldest game that I've ever played was probably like Space Station Theta on... I think it was like the Apple II. That was a hell of a game. It was awful. It's awful dark in here. Oh, they probably have the power shut down because no one's here. We use this lower area as a mausoleum, so it always has minimal power available for use. But not even the sisters are allowed in here. Smells like mold. That's obvious. Practically no one's been in there. Let's move on. We gotta get to the treasure before Shaka Khan gets here. This is the same angel statue at the cathedral. So this is the door that connects to the great royal treasure. It's time for the Fatima Jasper to do its thing. Oh yeah, one of mine's closed. I'm here. The Fatima Jasper. Yeah. That punk, Shaka Khan, mistook that for the royal pendant. But that made it easier for us, so I kept my mouth shut. What's up ahead? Up ahead will be the central core of the fortress. It's been said that if we shine that mysterious light across our eyes, the fortress will rise to the surface. They say this was built before the country of Avea was founded. So you ready to go? Really, Mr. C? You think your very first game was Pong? On an Atari. That's pretty good. I always did like Pong. Bruce Lee on the Commodore 64. Hey, what's up, MCR MJ? How you doing today? There sure are a lot of gauges and meters in here. I wonder which is more impressive, the pilot room on your ship or the one in here? My ship, of course. Well, since they are our ancestors, I guess this one's better. And you, quit asking mean questions like that. Anyway, it's not called a pilot room. It's the bridge, got it? Does it really matter? Ooh, that looks like a new whip. I'm still wondering if it's okay that I brought Ellie and not... number 2 elevator block. Directional energy. Okay. Well, it should make things interesting at the very least. Ah, right, energy block. Useful. Oh, I know for a fact I don't remember any of this. Like, which hallway to jump down. So there's gonna be a lot of wandering. But if anyone in chat happens to remember, please tell me. So I don't go nuts. I think my first PC game was F-14 Fleet Defender. Interesting. You bought it on like 12 discs. This town is small, you know what to do? Oh, we're not even in a town anymore. This is a fortress. Alright, I don't think it's any of these, like, big generator rooms just yet. Because we actually have to do something to turn on power. So maybe I have to go back. I have to go back to the, well... Alright, so I did the first 2 rooms. Let's go back and at the Y junction. So there's probably like a master control or something. Oh no, it's just energy block. Great. So it is one of these rooms, potentially. Because I don't know that I missed anything else. Or wait. What if it was on the bridge and I just ran through there without pushing any buttons? That sounds like something I'd do. That definitely sounds like something I would do. Let me get back to the bridge real quick. You guys are shaming Mr. C's gamer card. I went the wrong way. Alright, so 1 and 2 are not right. I have tried for many years to find an emulator and Roland on the ropes. I have found a web page that my dad can play Oh Mummy on. Alright, buttons and switches. Something. No? No buttons and switches? Please? Oh, there we go. Not moving. I think it's locked. Want to go check out the great treasure first? From the looks of it, Shao Kahn hasn't found the great treasure either. Yeah. When we were leaving Nissan, Bart and them said they'd never been here. Well, first of all, let's go locate the great treasure. Alright. Yeah. I know for sure that the great treasure is somewhere inside the mausoleum. I can't pinpoint the location, though. So let's go find it, then we can decide what to do next. Okay. Alright. I know what I'm looking for now. Another early PC game for me was called Mega Race, and you just bought it on Steam. It's very bad. Why do you make these decisions, Mr. C? I mean, I appreciate that you do, because it makes me laugh, but I also feel bad for you. Oh, it was like $2. Alright, that's fine. $2 for is a good price for nostalgia. I have paid far more in my day. Thank you, Nintendo. Okay, so we did the first 2 blocks. Let's try the third one. We're just going to keep going in sequence until I find the room with something different in it. Oh, hello. Death Blower! Nice! Well, I can at least get excited about the item I just found, but one of these rooms has to have something different in it. There we go. It's locked. Where do you open it from? What? Oh, over here. Gotta be over here. And a save point. That's never a good sign. There's another Jasper lock. Let's try it out. Well, the big thing in the middle's gone. For being in storage for so long, this thing's in great condition. It kind of looks a lot like Bart's gear. Huh? Oh yeah, now that you mention it. Well, if you trace my Brigandier's history, it was a gear originally made in Aveh that I customized. It wouldn't surprise me if there was some connection. Yeah, well, looks like there's no power drawn here except for the emergency lights. This gear too. No power in the lights. The drive unit's been sealed. The control panels down there didn't do much. Meaning there's probably something around here. Alright. No, not here? Okay. Worth a shot. Something around here, they say. I can't see anything, it's too dark. Oh, there we go. Something's written here. Does anyone have a light? There's an inscription. It's in Old Fatima. It's my ancestors. What does it say? Peace to all those who come here. Fearing great calamity, we sealed this legacy, entrusting its fate to you. Alright, this should work. Now how am I going to get this out? Yeah. You said it would appear above if it read the eyes. What? Oh, right. He's talking about the fortress. The fortress would rise above ground if it read their eyes. That's good translation. Think you can move this building? Okay, let's go back downstairs and try it. Father, looks like we're gonna have to move this. Sorry, but I'll have to borrow it. Oh, so close. Give me my Omni gear. At least I can see what I'm doing now. Alright, how am I gonna remember where this door is? One. Oh. It was the one. Okay. Alright, it's the one door that I didn't walk into. Sometimes I'm really good at this. Wait, I did that wrong. I don't know where I am anymore. You know, you raise a good point, Mr. C. Margie doesn't run, because they never gave her a run animation. Priorities and such. But like, it's it's very, very obvious that they wanted her as a playable character, at least in concept. Because her sprite has so much more detail than almost everybody else's in this world. Yeah, she does power walk. Hey, it's you. The Scotsman. Bartholomew! Hey, aren't you the tool guy? Oh. You're okay. Yes, my wife and I escaped together. So what are you doing here? Yeah, well, when I returned to town, I heard you were deep in the mausoleum. I thought to myself, something's going on. I couldn't just stand there, so I came here. It's dangerous. You better go back. Oh no, I've come this far. I'm not going back. I'm gonna stay and help you. And how do you accomplish that? Well, time to push buttons then. Hang in there, Bartholomew. The same for all of you. Buttons? There we go. Those buttons. Well then, let's do it. Alright, I know I can do it. We've surfaced. Next, open the Sky Dome. Huh? What? What's up? Huh? No, it's already moving. You moved it? No, that's not why. No doubt, it's something I accidentally pushed. Well done, Bart. Yes! This is the way! Oh, really? What? What are you talking about? Quit fooling. What the heck did you just press? Well, I wouldn't say it was a complete success. But it'll do for now. A really bright light just shot out. Did you just do something you shouldn't have done? Don't worry. I've never fouled things up yet, have I? Well, have I? How about, ladies and gentlemen, behold. "'Tis that not Babel Tower over yonder?" Well, isn't it way cool? It floats from the Fatima Jasper. I call it Fort Jasper, and you'll be able to see it from far off. I'm sure that last beam cannon could reach it. Well, I guess I wanted to show you all its greatness. Have you ever seen such a cannon? And don't mix it up with Vanderkamp's pea shooter. This one's many times more powerful and many times more refined. After all, that's why my ancestors used it for generations. Guard the treasure, this is the real thing, don't you forget it. Now, as I was saying, I haven't fouled up yet. So let's get this treasure and go home. But first, we have to open that door in the dome. I don't think the switch on this control panel will do it, though. Over there. It's a good cover, Bart. Didn't you say you hit the wrong button earlier? Hey, they all look alike. Oh well, let's start hitting some buttons. Whoa, whoa, is that safe? Alright, let's hurry up and get the treasure outside. Well done, Prince Bartholomew. Thank you for unlocking the seal. That voice! Shakan! I don't remember if this was his voice. It's been a while since he showed up. Close enough. Chaka Khan. I know, that runs through my head every time. Curse you, Ace Ventura. Damn you! This was all a setup? Of course. You don't really believe that the door would open up for just anyone. I simply leaked the information and merely awaited for your arrival. Crap, so that's why I haven't noticed your stench for a while. Knowing your impulsive nature, I knew you would come. But I never thought you'd go so far as breaking the seal for me. Son of a... making a fool out of me? My soldiers have already secured this area. If you don't like it, come here and get some. Ha ha ha! Okay. I mean, just politely invited me to your death. What's up, Juiced? Welcome back. Dang it. I'm probably gonna have to fight my way up there, aren't I? Oh, hi! On cue, no less. Okay, that seems kind of like overkill, but I like it. Ah! Oh. I guess I should have expected that. Flipping soldiers everywhere. How many soldiers are in here? Oh. They are in my face. Never mind. And you do need some death blow training, so people can learn things. Yeah, I agree. MCR. Would you prefer MCR or MJ, or does it matter to you? But yeah, your point is valid. The sprite, there's an amazing amount of sprite work in this. MJ. Okay, got it. Nowhere near. Still nowhere near. Alright, well. Wonder what it is that I'm missing. Oh. So are they just gonna lay Ellie out? Cause that ain't right. Yep. Okay then. And she heals Bart. Oh great, she doesn't get to have a turn anyway. It's so hard to cook and watch at the same time. I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on what you're cooking though. Oh, apparently she heals no one but Bart. So that's neat. Lasagna, Nadia's, it's almost 10 p.m. here. This raises the question of how does one cook naughty lasagna? I choose not to think about this. Oh, there's a lot of you, aren't there? Okay. With a smile and extra red wine. That's acceptable. Oh my gosh, stop killing Ellie! During Margie's heal, Ellie and Faye's just like staring at her with a deadpan like, are you freaking serious right now? You're right, they really don't like her. It's pretty heartless, all things considered. That's gonna hurt. Oh, okay. That wasn't that bad, actually. Alright, I'll get her back up again. I feel like for that attack, Justice, he just goes through every single one of his animations. Well, not all of them, but like most of them. What is Radiance? I don't remember. Oh. Good. More soldiers. One after the other. Won't these guys give up? Most impressive, Prince Bartholomew, but you'll go no further. The central area is gone. What can you do now? How about killing yourself honorably? What a fitting death for a clergyman. There's much more to the ethos than you would know. We're not a single unit. We each have an agenda. We have no need to admit defeat just because the central area is gone. I have my own motives. And it is for them that I used Ava and Gebler. Now the treasure's mine. I suggest you retreat now. Crap! Margie! After her. You're actually trying to protect the Omnigear? What do you think one little girl can do? As they say, out of the frying pan and into the fire, idiot. I'm going to take care of this once and for all. That detestable girl has made a fool of me for the last time. I'll send her, and everything with her, to the depths of hell. Damn it! Get the hell out of my way! You've gone far enough. Sig! What are you doing here? Citan! I left Mason in charge of the capital. I was worried about you, so I returned here. Shakan, it's only a matter of time until Bloodivik returns to us. At this point, you have nowhere to go. It's not over yet. I've still got Margie. For now, she'll once again be my hostage. Until I get that Omnigear. Wait! Damn! It won't open. It's locked on the inside. Ah! I only have one Fatima Jasper! Relax, young master. Sig! What should I do? Pass the light through your good eye. I'll do the other half. What are you... Just do it. Yes! It's unlocked! Sig! How did your eye work? We're running out of time. We must return to Marguerite at once. But not before I save the game. Please no more soldiers out here. Oh, good. Let us hurry. Okay. Margie, where are you? Ah, what's taking so long? But it's still an Omnigear. Imbeciles. She's just a child. What can she do? Hurry and get her. Oh, he dead. Margie, in there. Anyway, let's go. Oh, this is out of my hands. Which is fine, this is where I wanted to go anyway. Margie? Is that you? Moving it? Crap! Margie should be the pilot? I agree. You okay? My leg got shot. Looks like I'm causing you trouble again. Stupid? Why'd you put yourself in danger like that? It wasn't much. I just thought this is the least I could do for you. Dumb. Stupid. You're the biggest fool. Can you move? Uh-huh. I guess. Minor damage can be repaired. Aim for the cockpit. Damn it! It's too dangerous to go outside now. Can you hold on? Don't worry about me. Damn! Bart, you're doing a lot of cursing. What? What the? There's no control stick. How am I gonna move this? Are you okay, young master? Sig? You know how to operate this thing? What do you mean? There are no controls. What am I gonna do? Ah! Impudent little... How? How'd it move? I got it. Young one, you must think. That voice. Citan. Oh. I gave him the wrong voice. Apparently, the Omnigear does not function by mechanical trolls, but mental ones. Remember how Ellie and the Omnigear and Shavat responded? Well, no, because you guys didn't get around to showing us that. You just mentioned it. But Margie probably moved it through the same means. Young one, try to envision the gear moving. Then the gear should react to the image in your head. Now that I know, here goes. Damn you, boy. Let's go. Yes. Alright, I don't know if this is actually going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I didn't put Ether Doubler back on her, which was a mistake, but... that does decent. Ouch. Oh, that's not good. Holy crap! Oh, I forgot how much better Omnigears are. Oh, it's so good. Oh hey, seal armor. I could have used that, like, 30 seconds ago. I almost had it. Hey! You're not getting away. That punk's not going anywhere. Young one, please wait. Is Margie going to be alright? Oh yeah! Hey Margie. You okay, Margie? Margie, wake up! Fortunately, the bullet passed through. I will apply some first aid. Later when we return to the city, we should have it looked over thoroughly. Good, I'm glad. When she passed out, I thought the worst. Bart, how you feeling? Okay. You know, when I passed out, I still heard your voice. For some strange reason, your cries reached me. That's why I thought I had to help you. Oh, we were fighting together, weren't we? You protected me. But is this really the legendary gear in the scroll of our founding nation? The way it handles, it feels just like my Brigandier. Except maybe it's a little more powerful. Perhaps. The controls, output, and weapons are similar and adjust to the strength of the pilot's mental waves. If so, the pilot must be skilled at mentally merging with the gear to gain its true power. Marguerite was able to move the gear through her strong desire to help you. It was her strength that moved it. Meaning I'd have to get used to it? That would be the case. I already went through a lot of trouble getting it. Do not be discouraged. We now know what these Omnigears were. We now know that these Omnigears were used in the battle between the land and Solaris. Even now, the Ethos and Solaris are seeking the Omnigears. At least, this one did not fall into their hands. Eventually, you will be able to unleash its power. Let us hope you use it for the right reasons. No activities for you. You'll have to settle down for a while. What do you mean, once in a while? Don't get so excited. Sigurd. Alright. Please tell Mason we'll be here a while longer. Got it. We've heard from our units in Bledavik. Things are unfolding smoothly. They have entered the castle. They are investigating Shakan's private room on the top floor of the castle. One more thing. Yggdrasil is on station nearby and has picked up several gears on radar. Shakan! Most certainly. But those gears went to the capital, then turned and came back toward us. He saw things weren't looking too good and ran away. Yeah, but it sounds like he's coming back here. What's here? About that, the info from the capital. Isn't there a gate in the area? A gate? Where? Directly west of Nissan. Young master, do you know the big cave over there? Cave? On the western continent? It's near the ocean. If I remember, it's big enough for a gear to walk into. Yes, there. They found evidence that there is some large building inside that cave. Shakan is heading for there? What's he doing? I guess we'll have to go and see. Okay. I'll wait here for info from the capital. A gate. Of course I would like to actually see it, but this time I will pass. Yeah, you would, Citan. Ah! There are 2 more left, and besides, just in case things do not go well, it might be better if we stay here and protect Marguerite. Got it. I leave the rest to you. Well, we're done fighting on foot. There we go. Let's put that back. happen to have anything that strengthens ether, do I? Oh, wait, what? Silver Bray is better? So it is. Alright, well. Yeah, Ether Stone, but that's only 2. That's fine. This is the entrance to town, right? I really hope so. Okay, good. Did we leave the ship? Little kobold, yeah, they're enemies from the very beginning of the game. Ish. Oh hey, there's Fort Jasper. Guess we aren't really allowed to jump back on the Yggdrasil and fly around after this point. Well, no time like the present. I feel like now we are dangerously close to Disc 2. The dreaded Disc 2. But if you think about it, it's like 2 streams worth, and then... Alright, maybe 3 streams worth. What the? That hole wasn't there last time. You're right, that hole wasn't there last time. Oh, I didn't learn my lesson. I didn't put seal armor on. This is gonna suck. They're survivors from the last battle. Maybe this will just demolish them completely. Nice. Yes! Broken. Ooh, and I got a seal barrier. Those guys, it seemed like they were waiting for us. I wonder if we'd come first, if we'd have stepped on it. Regardless, we gotta go on. It's gonna be an eternal embarrassment if we let them get away. Let me just touch up my armor options here. Seal damage down 100%. Ooh. He's already got seal armor, which is good. She probably needs it. Although that makes her not as quick. Shoot. How much does power magic add? Ether amplification. Oh. I lose 8 to ether amplification, but she'll live longer. I feel like that's important. For some reason. Just make Faye immune. Immune and less dodgy. This is the gate generator? That's a pretty big hole. That goes down a ways. That sound effect. Punk? Not only was he sitting on the Ave throne, he also controlled this. Exactly. To think you knew about the existence of the gate. Very interesting. The gate which divided Solaris from the Earth was under the supervision of the Ethos. In the beginning, it was supervised without any true knowledge of what it did. However, over the years, the Ethos did their own experiments to reveal its true nature. They learned how to use it. For the sake of freeing ourselves from Solaris, we discovered a new way of using it. This was your original intention. He probably entered through this cavern. He just wanted the energy from the gate generator. Something's not right. This can't be. This is ridiculous. This thing should be able to pull an adequate amount of energy from the gate. There shouldn't have been any problems in the design. Why? Why doesn't it move? What, did you mess up? If my father knew I was set up by a jerk like this, he'd turn in his grave. I didn't need this anyway. I'll take you myself. Do you not desire the power? Oh, please, somebody push the make it worse button. What? Who? Him again? How'd he get in here? That is a very good question. I am Graf, the Seeker of Power. Doth thou desire the power? Power? What kind of power? I have the power of the gate, as long as I get this machine to move. Your powers are merely superficial, the tools in which you produced with your immature intellect. Now do you think you can win? What are you saying? Superficial power? The meager efforts of you land dwellers are insignificant next to the true and only power. I shall endow you with my true powers. We gotta stop letting Graf in. My fist is the divine breath. Blossom, O fallen seed, and draw upon thy hidden powers. Grant unto thee the glory, or the power of the glorious Mother of Destruction. I've only had to read that like 5 times at this point. How the hell do I mess that up? Well, what if I just kept blowing him up? This could work, right? Please tell me he doesn't have ether immunity. Okay, $2,000. That's not bad. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. He's one of the bosses that does counterattacks. But he's a little busy at the moment. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Maybe we'll kill him. I remember he likes to cheat. Yeah, that. Getting the grand back every turn. He would have to know he's attached to that thing. He just keeps trying. Yeah, you're right. I think the idea is like if he counterattacks enough times, it breaks him off of there so he doesn't keep regenning. I could be wrong though. Stop that. And I can do that 4 more times. Well, yeah, 4 more times. It's such a bad amount of damage. Come on, get off. Oh, that's, that might hurt. That didn't feel good. See, of everyone in the room, I think Faye took that the hardest. Are you kidding me? Stop doing that! Holy crap! All my work is undone. Well, not all of it. It's Ellie's turn in a minute here, but... Man, you really gotta, like, DPS check him. There we go. Get out of here. You bet he's gonna counter? Really? You think? Let him counter all he wants. Oh. I guess he just picks whoever to counter. That's neat. Rude. Okay, seal punches are not nice. Please let this be the last amount of health I need to inflict on him. Nope. Well, we're gonna do this the hard way then. Gonna keep poking Ellie. You are not a nice person. Oh, there we go. That wasn't so bad. just more obnoxious than anything else. Easy? Yeah, nobody died. That's true. How? This can't be. Shakan! 12 years ago, if you weren't so hungry for power, Margie would still have her family and wouldn't have had to live out in the desert. What would you know, you throne-born brat? Throne? You can have it. The king's got to carry the heaviest responsibilities of all. It's a tough racket. Something you never understand, punk. The gate's on fire. It's falling apart. We need to get out. Oh. I forget that sometimes they just let you make a break for it. Faye, if anything, I'm your friend, right? Sig, you won't change no matter what I do, will you? What is the matter, young master? I guess I have to do what I was asked. My good people of Ave, this is Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Ave, son of Edbart Fatima IV, the 18th king of Ave, and I'm still not sure that I'm saying that word correctly. First, one must apologize for the trouble caused by one's unavoidably lengthy absence from the palace. One especially wants to give one's condolences to those who lost family in the war with Kislev. One will immediately call a truce with Kislev and begin reparations to victims of both countries. All citizens drafted as soldiers will also be allowed to return home. Let us work together towards the rebuilding of Ave. One also has another final but important message. A declaration from the will of Edbart IV, who wished only for Edbart IV, who wished only for peace for his kingdom Ave. I, Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Ave, do hereby declare, from this day forward I shall abandon the monarchy and create the Republic of Ave. Young master, what in Ave are you doing? This is my father's wish. I am sorry you both have worked so hard for many long years to restore me to the throne. Now I'm no longer in line to be king, nor anything else for that matter. The two of you are free to go. What are you saying? Unbelievable. Master Sigurd? Can't you hear the crowd outside? They have chosen you as their king. You're going to be very busy. Sig. Won't you need some capable assistance? Well, here goes nothing. I'm the man now and these clowns are my henchmen. Accurate. Oh, young master, you still haven't rested yet? Old Mason, there's one thing I want to ask you. What is it? Where was Sigurd born? Young master, that. He has blue eyes. It's the Fatima Jasper. Well, it was long ago, when His Majesty and I were still young. Long before His Majesty knew my young master's mother. His Majesty was in love with a certain girl from a small religious sect east of Ave. This sect was quite different from Nissan and the ethos, but she was very beautiful. Then she just disappeared. Later there were rumors of her having a child. She disappeared? Did Father abandon her? As far as I know, it was the opposite. His Majesty was abandoned. Sig is from Ave's eastern desert. Indeed, when he was 10, he was assigned to His Majesty King Edbart as a squire. Young master? Yeah, I can't sleep. Yes, so much has happened at once. Hey Sig, what was your mother like? She died when I was but a child. Why? Do you have any memories of her? What kind of person was she? Well, she was very kind. When I was born, it seems the doctor told her she did not have long to live. She lived in constant fear of that. As a result, even if she met someone she liked, her fear of death was her drawback. She worried that she could not be with me to the very end. What about your father? He isn't supposed to know that I was born. However, even for not knowing, he still treated me like a son. Why didn't you tell him you were his son? If my mother hid that fact, there had to be a reason. There is more to my father's will than what I declared today. I must share my inheritance with my brother. He also said, you must split you and your brother's share with the people. That had always bugged me up until now. I didn't know what he meant. That's all I wanted to say. Good night. Thanks to you, Ave has been taken back from Shakan and Gebler. Thank you. Now in order to free other lands from Gebler and Solaris, we must destroy the other two gates and bring down Solaris. We've learned from Shakan's notes that the gates form the points of a triangle. One point was the Great Mausoleum. Two others remain, but we only know where one is. Yes, under the Ethos headquarters. However, it wasn't there when we followed Stone under the Ethos headquarters. If it really is there, it must be buried deep beneath the earth. How are we going to destroy it then? By combining everyone's gear power. What are we going to do with everyone's gear? Dig a giant hole in the ground? What's wrong with that? It would take years. What if we used Shevat's cannon? If that worked, we would have tried it already. Oh. So it must be something more powerful than Shevat's cannon. And we don't have a Gebler battleship. Is there any weapon that powerful on Earth? Gebler battleships and Shevat's cannon are the most powerful weapons ever produced by man. But I seem to remember seeing something. What? A weapon with firepower like those two. Yeah, I got it! Fort Jasper! Her gun can take out a mountain! What about that? Citan, what? However powerful the Jasper may be, how are we going to aim it at the Ethos HQ? To damage something that deep underground, we would have to attack it from directly above. But the Jasper gun is... Yes, of course. What are you saying, we should just move Fort Jasper on top of Babel? Now that you mention it, Babel does overlook their headquarters. If we shoot it from there, it might just possibly be able to reach that far underground. But how could we move Fort Jasper? It's impossible. Something that heavy. Didn't the control room in Babel control a cannon or something? I think it moved the giant mirror outside. Maria, do you know of anything like that? I've never heard anything about it, but it might be there. Let's go check. Alright. Wait a moment. A giant mirror and a giant cannon, both from the same ruins? There might just be something in this. Like what? Ah, I have solved the puzzle. Puzzle? What puzzle? The Babel and Jasper ruins are from the same civilization. One far more advanced than our own. Do not the two structures seem similar to you? I believe they were both built with gears and a powerful foe in mind. Yeah, I noticed that, but what's it all mean? It means the people who built the giant mirror at Babel Tower knew about the giant gun at Jasper. And what are you getting at? We can probably assume the mirror was built to reflect something. That something being a beam shot from the Jasper gun. Reflect? You mean that mirror can reflect a beam attack? Yes. Long ago, Babel and Jasper must have been at war. Not exactly. The Babel mirror and Jasper gun were combined to make one weapon. What do you mean? But those things are so far apart, how could they be one weapon? Well, the gates may be far apart, but aren't they still one device? Yes, I see what you mean, but what did they use that weapon for? That I do not know. Whatever. The point is, how do we use the two weapons as one? Aim the Jasper gun at the mirror and fire. The mirror will reflect the beam on the gate. Do you think it will work? Theoretically, it will require a few minor adjustments. Adjusting the mirror is going to be rather difficult and tedious. If the two weapons are one, then it should not be too difficult. I hope. It sounds dangerous. I think it was meant to reflect shots back at the enemy. If you're wrong, it'll come back and hit you. Yes, that is why it is most difficult for the gun crew. The mirror must be hit precisely. We will need to divide into two teams. One will fire the gun, while the other will adjust the angle of the mirror to ensure the beam hits the Ethos headquarters. Since this was my idea, I will take the dangerous part of adjusting the mirror. Alright, Hugo. We'll let you take care of that. It seems like your type of job. I'll go too. Doc might need help. It might be lonely with just Citan and Faye, so I had better go too. Alright, you three take Babel. Now, what about the gun? I'll do it. Looks like my kind of job. Don't worry, I won't miss. I haven't been using a gun for nothing. Well, I probably better go to the Jasper. I don't want to take that thing. Then it's settled. You go with Citan to aim the mirror at the Ethos headquarters. We'll aim the Jasper gun at the mirror. Let's get back to the Yggdrasil and get going. I might actually want to use Rico again. I don't know how I feel about that. Allowing the contact with Shabbat. Not only Shabbat, the Ignis defeat, the Thames retreat. And yes, even Elru, you. Useless, as always. a failure to begin with. Trash. Trash. What did you just say? It's the truth. And just what is that attitude? You should show some loyalty. How dare you ridicule me by calling me trash? Damn you! Calm down, Commander. It's not good for you. You still haven't recovered from the last battle. It does not matter. The lambs are probably on their way to destroying the gate. But not this time. I'd like to see your intrinsic powers. If you aren't the trash we think you are. Miang, launch the ship. Get to him. This time, I'll go myself, and I'll bring him down. Commander, you can't go out there like that. Commander, request permission to handle the situation. You all. We'll do our best to meet your expectations. Commander, please, you must get medical attention. To make our ideals a reality. Well then, we are off. Great, I have to fight the flippin' Voltron robots. I forgot about this. I forget about a lot of things. Oh good. They gave me back the world map. I can fix everything now. Maybe. I don't think I need seal damage anymore. I just need ether armor. Well, okay. That's more useful for him. Oh, he's already got... What am I doing? Give him back a magnetic coat. Or the HP 30, actually. That's a better idea. Really glad I have a bunch of these, actually. Should be good. It is very tempting to throw the death blower on somebody, just so we can see what their extra death blows look like. It would be my luck if there were new parts, but I think we're... What? Why did the options downgrade? Oh right, because the parts were available in Shavat. So I have to go to Shavat in order to fix up... Well, what does this guy have? Oh, G45. Good lord. Billy doesn't matter for this because he's going to sit it out, and I have not used steer in some time. Alright, I have Sebzin. I can send Sebzin instead. Much better idea. All the health, all the armor, all of it. Amazing. Rico is so slow, you're right. I'm not making the mistake I did last time I streamed this. Maria will go. So it'll be Maria and Bart. fighting off at that point. Part of me doesn't want to be done just like flying around and stuff. It's just, it amazes me that they put so much effort into this, and you only get to use it like, what, on 3 different occasions? Technically? Engine noise, my favorite. Doc, what should we do? Look up. That is a reflection mirror. The 4 Jasper beam will be reflected off that and destroy the gate. Let us hurry to the control room while our pursuers are still gone. Well, if you insist. Well then, shall we go too? Yeah, no, we're not bringing you. Get the heck out of here. It's a reflection mirror. Thanks for the clarification, Satan. You're a gem. Accurate. Where was the control room? Wasn't it in the hole? Ah, this music. Some of the best music in this game. I will control the mirror. You hold off the enemy. Is it going to be okay, Doc? We must do it. I'm counting on you. Thanks, Satan. That didn't clear up anything. Again. Alright, let's do our part. I really enjoy how we just escorted him here. He will tell you all about the reflection mirror, but not the clear and present danger. Exactly. Billy. Billy, do you read? We are ready here. Commence firing. You are Dominia. Wait, do you suppose they figured out our plan? Of course. The ancient mobile gun platform floating above Ignis. And this reflector here at Babel Tower. I know of your plan to use them together to destroy the gate generator below the Ethos headquarters. But of course I won't let you do it. For the Commander's honor and the pride of the elements, you need to be more flexible. Here I come. Wait, what? What do you mean? I'm a martial artist. I'm nothing but flexible. I'm so confused. What if I just blew them up again? It just... I fix all my problems with air odds. Which is why I'm really glad that they brought them back in Chronicles X. Oh, and she's just done. Just hit her. I don't know how much I actually have to hit her, but... Oh, holy crap. Okay, alright. That does it, lady. You're asking for a second nuke. Well, that can't be good. I feel pretty good about this side of the fighting. Let us begin our preparations. There's some time until the launch. I wonder if Citan's okay. Radar response from the size, they're probably gears. Why not just shoot them? Or would that be too easy? Talon! Talon! Oh, there you are. Alright already. So you weren't serious? So you're really gonna reflect a big laser off a mirror? Pretty stupid. Inverted pull-ups are really tough. But I can do 300 pull-ups, you know. Angling it for the drop ratio? Drop ratio in the atmosphere will be huge. What are you two even talking about? Yes, Mr. C, they are about to form a Megazord. Here they come. Ah, we're so close to launching. I'm going out to return fire. Billy, you gonna be okay? I have to do it. Try to get a shot off while we hold them back. Good luck. Let me handle it. I can't believe you'd even think of such a stupid plan. Who'd have thought? Hey, never know until you try. Keep talking while you can. Dominia and Kelvina should have taken over Babel Tower by now. You get out of here now. Good. Is, like, the rabbit, is she tripping balls right now or what? I'm so confused. Oh. I don't much care for you. Let's get rid of her. I don't much care for her. Okay. Well, I guess I really should have gone for boost and just damage. So much damage. Oh good, she's gone. Why am I wasting time on Wild Smile? Although, I guess I could have used the Ether Doubler on Bart and gone for a Yggdrasil charge. On the other hand, Maria just murders these things. Yeah, Maria is on it. She's out damaging the guy in the Omni gear. You know, unless she misses, but we're not going to talk about that. Every time you fight these guys, every time they drop drugs, they're like a freaking pharmacy. Now, Billy, shoot! Fire! I really wish Octopath Traveler had looked like this instead of like it does. I agree 100%, Mr. C. I probably would have liked it a little more. That lightning looks super crisp. Aw, dang it, Billy, you missed. They did weird depth of field stuff and Instagram filters all over it. Instagram filters. Yeah, I have a very hard time arguing with you. Whew, that was close. We did not get a direct hit. Billy, we cannot hold out much longer. If you miss this one, it is over. Aim well. Maybe, Citan, you should be out fighting! On the other hand, I'm just gonna nuke him again. I'll let you off easy this time. Next time is for real. Damn, we blew it. How long will it hold? I'm going. You like that Billy is shooting this. I mean, he's the gun guy. Gun guy has to do gun things. Maybe I should be focusing on Dominia instead of... You know what? It's just easier to nuke her and... Yeah. Exactly what I'd want Billy the Kid shooting my multi-ton laser too. Well, yeah. I like that there's a balance to Billy's character, in that, like, yes, he has all the firearms, but at no point is he really just going to abuse that. Other than during, you know, direct combat, of course, but not the point. More drugs! Ridiculous. Missed. Don't worry about it. Bart! He doesn't pull his gun on enemies in cutscenes, you mean? No, he really doesn't. Calm down and aim. Those two are back. Back to get murdered by a 13-year-old in her giant robot. Oh no, wind. Whatever shall I do? You think that did appropriate damage? Yeah, me too. You are just the worst of things. Stop doing that. Heavy breeze on a mech body. Oh. What's her face? Put on some damage while we weren't looking. Get out of here. Yeah, this is nowhere near as close as the time that I brought Rico to this fight. And I almost lost it. Let's go for some heavy attacks. This should be good. I don't know that I've ever seen that move. Straight up manhandled. Oh my gosh. Both of those are amazing. Go! Ha! Lamb's taste. Taste? What? I thought I told you to shut up. I'm so confused. Okay, but did it work? Billy, you did it. The plan succeeded. Great. Somehow it worked. Damn. Too late. What should we do, Dominia? We'll continue this later. Let's go, Calvina. Ellie, I didn't want to be your enemy. But since our motives are different, I guess there was no choice. We'll meet again and settle things at that time. Go and flop your way out of here, robot gear. Or shark gear, whatever. So, there's only one gate left on the surface. The problem is its location. The Queen Zephyr said there are 3 on Earth, and 1 in Solaris. According to Shah Khan's report, each gate is placed in a triangle around Solaris. Let us look at the map given by the Queen, which describes the area before the gates were placed. This is how the land actually looks like on the other side of the invisible barrier. The gates should be set up somewhere here on this map. First, the Ignis Gate is here. The Ethos HQ in Akavi is here, so... well, logically thinking, the next place could be here or... here. One of the two. North or south, huh? Well, at least we have even chances of guessing which. What if we try both ways? Isn't that all it takes? That would be difficult. I doubt they expected the second gate to be destroyed. So I'm sure they'll be serious next time. We'd better plan it carefully but quickly. In any case, we will not be able to avoid Gebler's interference, will we? Doc, Ellie, where exactly is Solaris located? There is only a map of Solaris in Solaris. I didn't even know the area of this land until I arrived here. Even in Gebler? The relations with Earth are only revealed to commanders. If that's the case, even Billy's father may not know it. Josiah left there in the middle of it. Sigurd and I were smugglers, and did not have the time to look out the window. On top of that, when going through the gate from Solaris, we transferred to other places by using the environmental plane between each gate. Remember when we made contact with the Kislev gate and the Goliath? The same thing happens and we lose all sense of where we were before. Even if the gate divides the other space, can't you recognize its topography? Like mountains, jungles, and so on? I don't think there were mountains. More like we were surrounded by the ocean. Ocean? And it can't be the north. This is the pole, it's all covered with snow. Then it's settled. The location of the gate is south of here. The center of the triangle is only the ocean. If the gates are placed in the highest point in the north, the center will be the continent. Hence it coincides with Ellie's story. You may be right. Wait a minute, there shouldn't be any facility over the ocean. Then underwater? But the whole area around here is deep. If it exists, it must be deep down. The Yggdrasil is a submarine, right? Then what's the problem? You're crazy! It is a submarine, but it's not a bath escape. It isn't made for deep-sea exploration. The water pressure would crush us instantaneously. We have a problem. We may be able to use the bath escapes, or gears used by the salvagers. Salvager, right, that's it. captain of the Thames must have tons of them. He owes us from the last time. Let's go to the Thames. It may be our best choice for now. Shall we go to the Thames? So, there's one surface gate left. Ramses, he couldn't defend it. What is the purpose of his existence? Once trash, always trash. How much can one really expect? However, it must not be aligned before the animus data is retrieved. You are right. There is a higher probability of not getting the proper type, as it was in the past. We can't allow the lambs to go free yet. Who cares about the gate anyways? Krellian. This can't be. The picnic has spread to Entranek. The panic has spread to Entranek. Those fools we call citizens are easily manipulated by the Emperor's words alone. You think Cain will be receptive? His body's already at the limit. He can't hold out much more. As usual, a clone may be used. Those fools won't know the difference. Even if the barrier fails, it still will not be like the disaster before. Anyhow, if I recall, there's some very intriguing data on that memory cube. And what is that? The mother. The mother? Indeed. It is probable that the mother exists among the lambs. Are you telling us our mother is somewhere else? Why didn't we notice that sooner? The sign of the mother. Her persona only appears after she reaches a certain age. There's also a high probability that she transmigrated into the antitype. The antitype? That woman from Nissan? Here. I would like to use that nanotechnology product. Emeralda, excuse me. What you retrieved from the Thames? Why? And to be sure, as Mother says, that nanomachine colony, that artificial organism was a creation between the contact and the antitype 4,000 years ago. The Mother's memory. Yes, that is it. We can probably attain some kind of reaction. But even if we obtain no reaction, and if Emeralda is destroyed, I've already gathered all the data I need. Any loss of it will have no consequence to the plan. Okay. I wonder if I'm locked into using these characters. I'm not complaining. At this point, they're pretty good. They are. I don't remember at what point you lose Ellie. And I do need to remove some of her equipment. So give me a second while I remember. Oh, right. Okay. Alright. I'm clear. I remember now. We're good for a while. So we launched the Yggdrasil. Yeah, do that. Gotta find the Thames. You know, I think it's funny that we saved this kingdom, But I still can't go play hide and seek with that kid. Oh wait, that's Shavat. Well, that's not helpful to me. You know, they're probably out in the ocean. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, you're right, Juiced. It is flying. They finally gave us an aerial module or whatever. Whatever that means. Come on, get down there. I enjoy how you kind of have to like crash into this thing in order to actually interact with it. Alright, Mr. C, enjoy your shower. Wait, are we in the ocean again? I mean, we pretty much have to be at this point. What's wrong? What do you need? Point X1507 Z1235? Hans, does that sound familiar? It's Sargasso Point. What? The Sargasso? Sargasso, what's that? It's a cave formed from microbes over many years. It's supposed to have hidden treasure, but no one's ever returned from there. The story is that the cave itself is alive. Are you going to the Sargasso? It looks like it. Your gears can't dive that deep. If they did, you would not be able to move. Equip your underwater gear here. Then take your ship as far as you can and dive in with your gear. I'll go wake those Winos up right now. Really? It's okay with you? Thanks for always helping us out, Captain. Don't mention it. It looks like they're done. That was fast. Of course, we're men of the sea, right? Blimey. I think he's got it. Take care, then. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you how to operate them underwater. It's easy. You can jump in water without your feet touching the ground. Keep jumping to build up speed. You can swim pretty well in a gear, but there may be places you can't get past if you don't do it well. Got it. Thanks. No need for thanks. Maybe you can buy something from our gear shop. Looks like there be some new booty to sell. That was a weird angle. That was like, oh, it's because of the... Huh. I noticed these are suspended from the ceiling. I thought it was like the sprites breaking up. I think it's the supply entrance? He did just say some new booty to sell. Oh man, my headphones fell off. Sorry about that. Thank goodness I have all the money in the world. Ooh, that's a tough call. 400 armor, but ether value 15 versus, well, 500 armor. I don't even know why I'm updating her stuff. She's not coming. He is, though. Although, I guess, for being fair, I should probably update everybody's stuff. Except for him, because he's already ahead of the curve. I really need to update you, Rico. I don't know that I do. Okay, I'm gonna. By taking Ellie to Zebwim for the extra scenes, I had intended on it. Do I need to bring her in the party at this point? Or is that like way end of the game? Trying to remember where Zebulun is now. Oh, let's see what we got in terms of parts. Engine guard. Okay, these are all pretty standard, I suppose. Chaos Rod. Yeah, when Faye is out, there's extra stuff before you release Emeralda. Oh, okay. We've already been to Zebwim then. And I actually didn't bring Ellie, so I missed those extra scenes. Which was a way that I'd never actually seen it before, because I usually bring her, so I mean, it kind of averaged out. In a weird way. I figure why not? Give him a matchlock. Oh, I didn't grab her a rod, did I? Oh, now I have no money. But I have a wealth of stuff. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh, you mean making Emeralda grow up at the very end. Okay. Yeah, we're not... That's end of disc 2. And yeah, I do intend on bringing that, or making that happen. Oh, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah. You're right, it is easy to miss if you don't bring Ellie, but... I wanted to see what happened if you didn't bring Ellie. And people were just like, what's happening here? Bringing Ellie is definitely the better way to do it. Well, let's save it before I go for a swim. Oh, when he said ready to go to Sargasso, it's like, yeah, why not? Didn't know it was gonna make me go straight there. But go figure. I mean, it is where I wanted to go. You! Okay. That's a lot of damage I didn't need. I'm just glad everybody else caught up in damage. More or less. Starting to wonder if I should have like O2 tanks equipped or something. Rare Earth learned. Okay. I know. Because I know all of Citan's stuff changes. Oh, he skipped right over Willowwind, but like all of his stuff changes once he gets his sword. So like, but they had to have made like hand-to-hand stuff for those death blows. So I'm curious as to what they look like prior to the sword, anyway. What was I gonna do? Look at this. Might just go with another magnetic coat. But I don't remember what's down here, so... more response. Why not? Seal armor. Ooh, getting some audio crackles. That's nice. Why do I have so much light armor? Yeah, why not? Such a cool part of the game. This would appear to be a dead end. What am I doing? Nothing to fight but you guys, huh? I don't much care for that. Oh man, I was gonna do some fun stuff. Did I miss a turnoff? Yeah, I did. Derp. I just think it's amusing that Mr. C went to take a shower while I'm taking a bath. Hello. What are you doing down here? There we go. Finally getting some use out of that response. Let's go left. Frickin' A! Oh, good. Oh. I wonder if it's used it might be worth it to boost at this point. That is not who I thought you were going to attack. This is going well. Yeah, I got plenty of fuel. When in doubt, mash the button. What's up here? Treasure box was empty. Oh. Right. That's kind of necessary, isn't it? Hmm. Oh, you're doing different. That's not terrifying at all. Please work? There we go. Okay. You can do damage to them. It just takes a while. And they don't have that much health. Insulate armor +1. No. I should probably be guarding against electricity now that I think about it. That's pretty good, all things considered. I'm already tired of fighting these guys. And I can't... Oh no, I can. Alright. I can just leave. Oh yeah, that's where the water current was coming from. Whoa! Alright, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, still very surprising. Deathblower 2! Great, now I got some toys to play with. Is this the third gate? I walked in there without recovering any of my stuff. Who are you? I will kill you. How do you do? I'm a Rattan, one of the followers of Krelian. Please excuse me, I'd like to show you my face, but as a result of the human-machine fusion, you are the ones who left Kar for the surface. You must have a good reason. Our current task is totally about inspection of the evidence. It'll ruin everything if someone as dead to the world as he appeared here. A person who's calm and cool like myself would be perfect for the job. Oh, but don't worry. I'll just be inspecting here. Emeralda here will take care of you. Kill you. Great. Oh right, he doesn't have fixed frame. Well, that's dumb of me. Why am I not using my brain? Like, at all? Oh. What an amazing move that is. Okay, somebody needs to actually hit her. Let's go for some big damage. Screw it, why not? Uh-oh. Ah! You know, as much as I like the big attacks, sometimes it's better just to hit them. It was still so ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing the heavies. Because I just keep missing. Ouch. That didn't feel good across the board. Oh, thank goodness. I see. Reckless. Now that. You should view it as a release of memory. Or maybe a recording. It turned out just as Curlian said. It is a manifestation of the imprinting. At any rate, it is proven. With that, excuse me. I must report the results. Oh yes, go ahead and take the girl. Use her any way you like. After all, she is your daughter. That's downright pleasant of him. Let's see. What the hell is it saying? Faye? You mean he resembles someone you know? What do you mean by resemble? Kim is Kim. Kim? The person resembling Faye, right? Who is he? Is he the one who created you? What do you mean by creating me? Kim is Kim, don't you see? You're really here. I thought I was dreaming. The person in my dream. Yes, Kim, I was dreaming. A long, long dream. Sounds like you resemble him. Someone important to her. Probably the person who created her. Huh. Hey you, my name is Faye, not Kim. Now I know. Faye's Kim. Listen, I was dreaming. A long, long dream. Kim is fine. For her, Kim means more than just a name. More like father. Father? No, I mean it has general meaning. Listen, Kim, I was dreaming about really old times. Kim was much older, and I was in some clear tube. Kim was putting many candles on a white soft confection. I didn't know why he was doing that, but I sensed he was looking forward to me coming out of the tube. But soon everyone was gone. My body disappeared. Then I was in somewhere dark for a long, long time. Please, promise you'll stay, Faye's Kim. Huh? Yeah. Really? Really, truly? Really? Don't bother me. Who is this old lady? I'm talking to Kim. Old lady? Maybe I should bury her back at the ocean floor. Hey. Why don't you be her Kim? The Faye Kim. Oh, by the way, do you have a name? Oh no, you're cruel, Faye's Kim. It's me, Emeralda. Emeralda, Kim named me because I have emerald hair. Don't you remember? Okay, Emeralda, right? Alright, Emeralda. I'll stay with you this time, I promise. Really? Really, truly? Yeah! I doubt Krellian acted on his own to use her as a disposable soldier. Some information existed in her which passed over to Krellian. Who knows what he will do next? We must find Solaris before that happens. Received a telegram for Shavat. Due to a weakening gate, a city that may be Solaris has been discovered. Perfect. Let us go back to Shavat for now. We are finally able to locate and see Solaris after destroying the 3 gates on the surface. However, unless we destroy the final main generator on the Solaris homeland, we cannot completely wipe out their gate. Maria, this is where you and Sebzin come in. Now that the gate is weakened, we can use Sebzin's heavy particle cannon to distort space and neutralize the gate for a brief moment. Upon penetrating into Solaris, it would be best to move about in small groups so that we do not attract attention. Well, if possible, I would like to... Yes, I can guide you through Solaris. I'll go too. I'm a little concerned if it's Ellie. What are you... Wait, I didn't mean it like... Understood. Then Ellie, Faye, and I will move about together. The rest will form a separate group to sneak in. Maria, it looks like you and Sebzin will wait outside on standby. Fine, I understand. Well, let us break up for now. Once you are all ready, we should all meet here before we take off. You're going, aren't you, to Solaris? Yes, I have chosen my own path. There is no turning back. You will be hurt. They will also be hurt. Indeed, but I could not find any other path to choose. If I happen to be overcome by the dark side, at that point I have already... Don't say anything more. I already know. Now here, this is your sword. Please, please come back alive. Then you too. Please take care of Midori. Listen, Hyuga, I'm going to Solaris too. Don't misunderstand me. It doesn't mean I'll help you. I don't know what you're thinking or trying to do. But if you take their side, I'll kill you without a doubt, even from the back. Yes, I will be counting on that. Heh, so discouraging. Well, I think that is probably where I'm going to call it for today. We can break into Solaris next time. But thank you guys. It's been kind of a quiet day. It's a little nice. But I mean, it's also nice outside, so I understand why not a lot of people would be here. So, but thank you guys, as always. It's a lot of fun to play games and talk with you guys. So, y'all have a good night. Oh, nice to meet you again, Miss Jo. But y'all have a good night, and I'll catch you later.